who, upon seeing a helicopter, would point to the skies and cry, "There goes Marcus." Greg, it was said, he'd do anything for anybody. A number of times I've heard that said about those who have fallen when I've met families and I've heard their stories. A young man of purpose and determination for whom serving his country was the ultimate reflection of his character. His colleagues said of their quiet friend, he always got the job done. Bern Lee and Felix and Yvonne, I want you to know there is no more decent and good purpose than being willing to serve the country that you love, and I know you know that, and I know you know that they knew that. Only the exceptional do it, and we of course will always be proud, and of course we will always remember. And even as I say these words, I know veterans in this room will be thinking of many other names, many other friends. Friends, when we listen on Remembrance Day, that also means coming alongside our veterans, committing ourselves to standing by them, and I want to ensure that the men and women of our ADF get the support they need, not only while they serve, but after their service is completed. The men and women of our ADF are people of immense skill, strength and character. I see that when I visit them, whether they're out there in the field or at base or wherever they might be, and after they've returned. Our Parliament will and should always remember what the price of freedom is. I know Keith understands that as well. A former platoon commander who served in a number of combat tours, including Timor-Leste and Afghanistan. And as we see from this morning's gathering, the veterans of this country are close to his heart. And I believe he'll be a great advocate for you, joining many other veterans who serve in our parliamentary ranks. Many of them, obviously, who serve on the government side of the benches, but indeed on the opposition side as well. And there is a great spirit of camaraderie amongst those veterans, and I can tell you, they keep us honest when it comes to these issues. And I'm very grateful that they do on a daily basis. To the veterans in this room, I want you to know we are a government that seeks to listen. Not all of the things are easy to hear, and they're not all easy to tell. But I want you to know that those ears will always be attentive to the stories that you wish to share with us and the lessons that you know we need to learn. We've undertaken some very significant reform of the veteran system across the decades. And I know for those, particularly from earlier conflicts, particularly those who experienced Vietnam, it has been a particularly hard road for you in terms of the support that has been provided to veterans and the terrible way you were welcomed back to our country. This is something that Australia will carry for a long time, and I hope the sting of that always reminds us of where we've let people down and where we must always do better. Centering our support to veterans is why we're now providing veterans with free mental health care for life and expanding access to the 24/7 counselling services for both veterans and their families. And we will be listening to the Royal Commission into Defence and Veteran Suicide that I commissioned, as it speaks with veterans and families, and I believe that will be I hope, a helpful process